Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be this week's Shop My Stash. So I believe this is going to be going up at the end of the week and will have shown you the products that I used for the full third week of September. So let's go ahead and get started. So for primer, I think I'm going to be using this guy this week, and I haven't used this product in quite a while actually because I have found another drugstore primer that I really love. But this is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. It's a thin sort of, or thicker silicone sort of formulation, and very similar to the Smashbox, the original primer. And I'm going to be wearing that under the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation in the shade Fair Neutral. It is not super fair, and it's not super neutral. It does pull a little bit more warm toned on my skin. So to brighten that up, I'm going to be using the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Aqua Sealer, sort of on the T-zone of my face, to sort of bring light back to that area. And then for under eyes, I'm going to be using these two. So this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Under Eye Primer. Love this guy. It's been in the favorites previously. And I think that this, even though this is a creamy concealer, I feel like it really could just use the extra boost of hydration from this under eye primer. So that is going to be the duo this week. For sort of face color, I'm going to be using this little palette. This is the Rimmel London Kate Moss, I think it's just the sculpting palette is what they're calling it. And this is in the shade 002 Coral Glow. And this is what this palette looks like. So you've got a highlight, a sort of bronzy contour shade, and a blush. It's a really pretty sort of light corally shade. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of swatching for you guys. The thing that I really like about this palette, because I used it today for the first time, but really enjoy it, is how sheer the colors can be, but also that they can be built up. So this is, let's see if we can catch the light here, this is the highlight shade, a really pretty sort of goldeny shade. This is the bronze shade, very sheer, but again, it can be built up, which I actually really enjoy in my cheek colors. And then this is the blush, a really pretty coral, sort of springy shade, but I am really enjoying this on my cheeks today. I think it gives a really nice sort of glow. So that is the one product I'm using on my face this week. I'm also going to be trying to use this should I feel the need to do a sort of cooler toned look. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Dim Light. So I did not pick this bad boy up. They are quite expensive, though I have a couple in my shopping cart on Sephora.com based on how I feel about the Surreal holiday palette that I picked up. It should be in the mail tomorrow, and I should be doing sort of a swatches and get ready with me Wednesday morning as I'm getting ready for work. So we shall see how that goes. But this is what this one looks like. And it looks very fair when you swatch it. But then when you actually get it on your skin, if you actually get it on your skin, it does pull a little bit more pink toned. So I actually once tried to use this under my eyes and it did not work out, let me just tell you that. So I thought this might be good for actually to use as more of a highlight for me if I wanted to do some more of a cool toned look. So let's see, let's get rid of these swatches. The next thing I'm going to be using this week is actually going to be something I've been using every Shop My Stash so far, and that is my go-to eyeshadow primer. It's very similar to the Urban Decay one, but I think I like this one a little bit better. It's a little bit thicker and a little bit more tacky. But this is just the Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. And for eyes and brows, or lashes and brows, I'm going to be using, let's see, for brows, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in the shade Brunette. I love this guy, very similar to the Anastasia Brow Wiz, but I think I like that one a little bit more. And then for lashes, I'm going to be using the Rimmel Scandalized Retro Glam Mascara in the shade Extreme Black. So I'm actually considering doing sort of a review and comparison / demo of this mascara because I heard it is a dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex, and that is my all-time favorite mascara, which is why I purchased this. But I have been using it all last week, and I will be using it this week as well. But I think I might do sort of a one-eye Too Faced, one-eye Rimmel, and see if they actually do compare when you apply them. Let's see, and for the other brow product I'm going to be using this week is going to be the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I don't often use gel. When I do, it's not this one because this one can be a little bit too intense, too sort of glue-like, I guess, on my brows, but I am going to give it another shot this week. And finally, for eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm going to use mostly this one, but maybe this one because I picked it up at CVS. I'm very excited about it. But this is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I'm sure everyone has seen this beauty by now. This is what this guy looks like. I was sort of holding off on using this until we got sort of more of the fall weather coming our way, because I think these berry shades are just going to be absolutely stunning for this fall weather. But today on my eyes, what do I have? Let's see. I have tempera sort of all over the lid. I have warm taupe in the crease. And then I have sort of a base down and then primavera on the lid. And then Cypress Umber, this really pretty brown shade, is on my outer V today. And then again, what was that? Tempera sort of to blend everything together. So it's a really simple eye look, but definitely loving this palette. And that's what I'm using all week. Unless I go for this guy, which is one of the new limited edition Wet n Wild trios, and that is the Plaid to the Bone shade. So this is what this palette looks like. I don't remember them coming with two little brushes, but apparently they do now. One sort of foamy one, the little rounded one, and then one actually the little brush, very stiff. Probably will just throw them away. But this is what this palette looks like. I was drawn to this shade and this shade, so I'm going to swatch them. I haven't swatched them yet. But this is what they, ooh boy. This is the brow bone. There's no way that would be my brow bone. But that is oh my gosh, it looks like a really cool bronzy shade. Not warm, but like super, super cool. It doesn't look like it does in the pan. So, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to do the eyelid shade, which is that really pretty, oh my gosh, it's like a duochrome sort of finish. Okay, this is basically what I would imagine, what's that shade? MAC Club, I think. Looks like it's a really pretty sort of duochrome finish. And then the last one, do they have colors? Oh, that's horrible. Okay, well that's not nearly as good as those shimmer shades, but oh my gosh. Okay, so that is the top brow bone highlight right here, this really pretty cool toned bronze. And then this is the bottom eyelid shade, I think, which looks to be sort of a duochrome brown greeny sort of shade. And this is the matte that's not really good whatsoever. But those two shimmer shades, though, are beautiful, and I'm actually really excited to play with them. So that is the other little palette that I'm using this week. Again, that is Plaid to the Bone by Wet n Wild. All right, so that is this week's Shop My Stash. If you guys have any questions, I'm really loving this shade. I don't know if the camera is doing it justice, but oh my gosh, it's beautiful. But if you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.